Okay. Hi. So, this is my first check-in of my Artist's Way journey. I started this on May 21st of 2025, and it is now June 3rd by the time that I'm actually doing my check-in for this week. I'm a little bit into my second week, but I didn't do I've been choosing to completely avoid doing this part of the process that I want to really do. So I'm doing it now. Yeah, so here we are. Okay, so this week was all about recovering a sense of safety in artistry and just like being with your inner artist. That was one of the biggest things, focusing a lot on the inner child and just like the inner artist child or inner child artist, either way. So some of the things that that Julia Cameron, that some of the activities that she had me do, were time traveling. So you list like 3 old enemies of your creative self-worth. Time travel, so like you select one horror story of like this Hall of Fame, like these monsters that you created for yourself, or that existed in your life. So the ones that I chose from my life. Ooh, wow. Okay. So one of the people that was, sorry, Dad, but it was my dad. He never really showed a lot of interest in what I was really liking creatively until I really like forced him to realize that I was actually liking it. That it was actually something that was really part of me. That was just inherently me as a person, as Chloe. Even that. Yeah. The second one was a friend from school, from elementary school. I'm not gonna list any of the names just because I don't think it's really necessary. And then this one was just about making up a dance when we were in grade, I think it might have been grade 5 or grade 6. It was for a talent show, and she and I we were choreographing our own dance. And in this process, I remember she was making fun of me for the way that I was dancing, just because like I was emphasizing a bit more than she was, and it made me really uncomfortable. So then like I just completely shut down in that aspect because I didn't really feel like it was something that was, yeah, I just took it to heart. I was like, okay, well, fuck it, I'm not gonna do that anymore. And then my grade 2 teacher, because she didn't want me mixing the colors, and she put me in like a timeout and didn't let me finish a certain thing. These are all the ones that I can think of really right now, because I really haven't explored my creativity because of these aspects of my childhood that really just, it stopped me. Like completely. I didn't feel like it was something that was really accessible to me, because it would make me have to be, it would require presence that I was not willing to hold. I didn't want to be seen by other people, therefore like my creativity was silenced by myself. So here we are. We are recovering it. Um, yeah. And one of the other things was converting your blurts, which are like the inner criticisms in your head, converting those into positive affirmations for you to say every day. Um, so my affirmations were, I am a channel for God's creativity, and my work comes to good. As I listen to my creativity, I am led to my Creator. I am willing to create and to learn to let myself create. I am allowed to express my creativity my way. And so some of the blurts, one other one that I made up. The four that I had listed before, those ones were all ones from the book already. And then the ones that I had created myself were, I'm multidisciplined, I work with what I receive. And that was from a belief inside of me where, because I want to do so many different creative facets, that I won't make it like successfully, like to hold my level of what I want my success to be. I won't be able to do that because I'm always everywhere. Like my brain is quite scattered a lot of the time because I want to be doing so many different things. And you know what, that's actually okay, because I can do that. Like I've been doing it this past week and a half. Like I've just been taking smaller steps. It doesn't all have to be done at once, because I think that's really what being multidisciplined is. It's taking things as they are and as they come, and then returning to the things that we've put on the side when inspiration does happen, when it does come back. Yeah. The next one was, I'm willing to forgive myself for thinking that I'm not creative. I think that one's pretty self-explanatory. I thought I was really just not creative, or just not, like, my ideas weren't worth anything. But they are. They're worth a whole lot because it's my expression. Um, the next one is, my creativity is received through divine congruence. And I don't really know if that one was necessarily a blurt, but it was just like, oh, I know what it was. It was really like, how do you know that you're not, or that you're interpreting your downloads, or your, like, whatever's coming through from the creator? How do you know that that's actually like what's coming through? Like, how do you know you're interpreting it right? I wasn't thinking, well, sometimes I would, sometimes I knew, but there would be times when I would be really worried about not interpreting what God or creator is really telling me and giving me access to. But I think through this one, like, my creativity is received through divine congruence. I think that is going to just help me build trust within myself, and that safety that, yeah, this is okay. This is what's coming through, so you might as well do something with it. So, yeah. And then the last one was, I am real. I'm willing to treat myself like I'm real. I am. And that's just, like, really my issues around visibility and the different feelings I have around being seen for who I am. So, yeah, those are those. Now, one of the other things that she had asked us to do was write a letter to the editor in your defense. So, like, this one was basically to give your, I'm not really entirely sure what the process was, but it was pretty cathartic. it was very nice to just kind of let it out and just list all of the reasons why this stuff was just beating on me, truly. And then just one of the advices, one of the pieces of advice that was given to us was, it's great fun to write this letter in the voice of your wounded child artist. So one of, like, and in quotations it says, "To whom it may concern, Sister Ann Rita is a jerk and has pig eyes, and I too can spell." So it could have been anything. Like, in mine, I don't think I really talked about it much, but then, like, I could have said just like, and in our defense. Oh yeah, I think I wrote it in the perspective of my younger me, but then I wrote it as if, like, she was a separate being to me, and then we were in the room together, and I was like, I can just imagine myself just sitting at my desk like this, and then she's like sitting on my bed or sitting somewhere else, and just like writing this letter in secret, just being like, this she's going through a bit of a hard time here, like she's remembering all this stuff and like blah 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 blah. And yeah, it was pretty good. The next one was a time travel of listing 3 champions of my self-worth, or of my creative self-worth. And those ones were my mom. She never really scoffed at what I was doing, and I remember singing in front of her when I was a kid, and just being my most creative self, always. My ex, actually, he was one of my creative champions for sure. He really always just saw he just saw it. He didn't doubt my ability when I really, really do. I still do, like, discount my worth. Even so, like, yeah. He's also just one of the more, like, I think my mom really just gave it the time of day, but then he saw, like, there was just something. Anyways. And the last one was my teacher. Like, I can't remember what grade it was, but in grade 6, I remember I had written, or like we were all tasked with doing a song, and we were to take lines from, I think it was a poem, I'm not entirely sure, but I made the song, and then we made the rhythm and everything to the song, and we had just really, it was a group of 3, and we'd coordinated this wonderfully, and yeah, he just championed it as well. That's really it, though, because it's a little bit hard, because I remember I wrote this at the bottom, and yeah, I've hidden away all artistic parts of me because I truly couldn't stomach being witnessed by others. It brought me such nausea and real discomfort that I couldn't bear to express myself. Boom. There it is. That that encapsulates the week 1 of my artistic journey here. Yeah, just terrified of it. Anyways, that's why we're here, that's why we're doing this. I think that's the second time I've said it, so we're doing it anyways. The next one is Imaginary Lives. Oh yeah, so the other one we had to, we listed out, or we were supposed to write out a piece of encouragement, or like we were supposed to write out a thank you letter to either yourself or your long lost mentor or somebody else. I can't remember who I chose, but yeah. So imaginary lives. So just picking 5 lives that you would like to live, if you had the choice. And one of them I chose a baker. But if I had to pick some off the top of my head, it would be a sculptor, a painter, by sculptor I think I mean like ceramicist. I'd love to make bowls and different pieces. Yeah, I think just ceramicist. Ceramicist for sure. I have to cheat and look at the thing. I put florist. I don't know if I would actually like to be a florist, but I put farmer, interior designer, a scientist, a photographer. Yeah. And so the one thing that I did do to do one of those lives, to bring one of those lives in, I baked cookies. Yeah. That is that for the activities, I believe. And then the check-in was, yeah. Oh yeah, we had to go for a walk. And for I think the last day, I went for a walk. Oh no, the day before I decided that I was going to give myself an extension. Excuse me. I took myself for a walk, and I was so mopey that day. I was so sad. Just going through all of the different emotions that I've been feeling over this past week of just trying to give myself more grace and just not feeling worthy of it. But yeah. The walk was really beautiful though. It clears the mind. It brings attention out of it brought attention out of myself and into out of myself and just into the greater world. And just I need that check sometimes. A lot of the time, especially right now. Yeah, so the artist check-in was, how many days this week did you do your morning pages? I did them every day. I loved the process of them. I really love the process of them, truly. I'm a big journaler anyways. Yeah, I think I've gone through, I've already gone through 2 journals this year, which is, it's June. It's been 6 months. Yeah, anyways. Yeah, I'm on journal number 3 right now. Ooh, this guy. Yeah, those pages are going really well though. It's nice to just get everything out in the morning, and I found that I think the latter half of the week, actually I think maybe on the last couple days, I started really like getting some more inspiration coming in, even just by letting things out. My songs and everything that come into my head have been pretty accurate to what I've been writing about, and just like when I wake up, then I'll hear something. Yeah, it's been nice. Yeah, okay. And then I did do my artist date this week. I took myself to go see Sinners. I almost didn't do it though, because that was actually one of the reasons why I did give myself an extension, was because I kept avoiding, well, not avoiding, but I kept like pushing it back, or just not prioritizing it. I wasn't prioritizing this time for myself. And I know that that's something that I should be more aware of. Well, actually, I am very aware of it, but it's not something that I've just been prioritizing. So, in order to do that for myself, I think I might set a day each week for the artist date, and I think that will be Saturday. Saturday will be either Saturday or Friday, whichever one works best for that week. But that will be one of my goals, to do it that way. But anyways, I took myself to the movies. I took myself to go see Sinners. And I really enjoy solo movie dates. And this one was really lovely, because I'm really, really enjoying Sinners right now. And it's really great because it aligns with I just got a message, sorry. It really aligns with what I want to be doing, and I want to be creatively directing films and audio-visual experiences. Visual experiences with audio, but yeah. I haven't narrowed it down exactly yet, but that'll come with time. Yeah. Okay, so that is that. This video is quite long. Were there any other issues this week that I would consider significant for my recovery? Maybe an issue would have been the consistency, in which I could set time aside, but then sometimes I couldn't find time. I didn't make time. So I think just being more aware of that. Even this week, I'm doing this halfway into week 2. That's not exactly ideal, nor is it really great for consistency. So this week I'm trying to be a bit more vigilant about it. I did do a couple extra, I was on a film set over the last couple days today and yesterday. So then that was a little bit of a not a hindrance, but it set my time a little bit differently. So just trying to keep my schedule a little bit more consistent will also help out a little bit more. Or just being able to really prioritize this time and just block it off as this is my creative time. I'm trying to nurture my creative energy, my creative person, and just doing that because it's valuable. It's what I want to do. This is something I'm actively pursuing, so I should really, really give myself that. If I'm serious about this, I need to treat myself seriously. That's that. Okay. That's it. Okay. I'm just gonna book closed. I'm just gonna take myself more seriously in this because this is my life. And in my life, I want to make art in every capacity that I can. So I'm going to. This is week 1. Artist's Way.